Welcome to Adam Does Movies. It's Friday night. We're live. We're talking movie news. We're going over some mean comments. Actually, I looked over the comments again. They're not that mean. They're just really stupid. But it's fun to look at some of the things people are saying and then going to bed sobbing, crying myself to sleep at night. Hope everyone's having a good night. Hope the week was quick, easy, painless for the most part, and we can enjoy the weekend together. The name of the game is always Super Chats. So if you have $1 or 10 to spare and you like my content, please throw a Super Chat out. You get your name. It shows up on the Super Chat, and I read a question off that you provide. Or if you have a piece of movie news you want me to go over that I'm not covering, I'm covering 3 or 4 different things, let me know in a Super Chat, and I'll absolutely discuss. Let's get into the first topic as long as everything sounds and looks okay. I think I've been getting the hang of the live stream stuff after the last several months of failing and falling on my face. So I think we're okay. Just let me know, though, if things aren't sounding right. Yeah, thanks, Master Sergeant. The screen in the background, that's something I implemented last time. It's also on all new videos going forward. It's just a background of typically an image from the movie. We should get into some housekeeping. Thank you for reminding me. Let's talk about a couple things before I jump into movie news and reactions of that nature. If you don't know, I have a Patreon. I think most people do at this point. But if you don't know for some reason, I have a Patreon, patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies. There are different tier levels, and it really is how I make a decent chunk of revenue from this passion project of mine. So there's the bronze at $1, a silver, a gold, and then my personal favorite, well, outside of unobtainium, is Mithril. At $30 a month, you get a couple movie requests in the roast format. The roasts are something I started doing a few weeks back. I think they're fantastic. They seem to be going over well with the community, and it kind of plays to my strengths, I think, from both a movie commentary standpoint and a humor standpoint. So yeah, if you become a Mithril member, every few months, you get to request a movie for me to roast. I just did Wonder Woman 1984. That was up. Was that this week? I think it was this week. Maybe it was last. Yeah, it was this week. Next week, I'll be doing probably Suicide Squad. A Patreon recommended a couple different films, but that one I think I can have a lot of fun with. Not The Suicide Squad by James Gunn. This is the Ayer film, that cinematic darling. It's actually an Oscar winner. I believe it won for best costumes, which is just hilarious to say. Yeah, that's Patreon. I should also point out that I'm only at 85 members out of 70 some thousand subscribers. That's pretty sad. That's kind of a low bar, I think. To just get to 100 would be nice, but that's where we're at. I should also point out there are hundreds of exclusive videos at any of the tier levels. Hundreds of exclusives. All right, let's get to the fun news. The early reviews are in, fam. Let me switch so I'm on here a little bit. Bing, there I am. Blue Beetle reactions are in. These are the early ones from, I don't know who these people are. They just kind of come out of the woodwork whenever there's a major movie that comes out. They say they love it. They might give a tiny bit of criticism, but for the most part, it's just an all-around absolute win. It's the best movie that's come out since the last movie. There was an article recently about this phenomena that's been going around the internet the last couple of years, and that are the influencers, not to be confused with movie critics, which is what I consider myself. An influencer is someone that will just kind of dance for money. I do that too, but they have a much lower standard. they don't really care to praise whatever garbage comes out, as long as they can get a press pass to see the movie early, as long as they can get some goodie bags, as long as they can have a little bit of clout online and get a little exposure. And they do. They do, to their credit. But let's see what people are saying about Blue Beetle. I only bring this up because this is exactly what's going on. We've seen this time and time again. And I should also point out, this movie could very well be good. Could very well be great. The trailers I saw indicated the opposite of that. These movie trailers look terrible. My kids have no interest. My son Connor, who's 11, he's big into anime. This kind of has an anime infusion into it a little bit. There's some synth wave going on. There's a cool sword and a mech costume. No, he has no interest. I don't think a lot of people have interest. It's only speculated to make around 30 million opening weekend. All right, but let's see what these guys have to say. Ben here, Ben Rolfe, the DC TV show. That's a good indicator. Blue Beetle is an electric and thrilling ride. Oh no. How do you say this name? Zolo Mary let me look it up. Bear with me. Not my first language. Zolo Maridueña. Okay, thank you, Google Chat. Zolo Maridueña was born to play Jamie Reyes. Or Jamie Rise? Jamie Reyes, that's good enough. It's a spellbinding origin story made and steered by the excellent Angel Manuel Soto. Loved the film and what it teases about the future of DC. I already forgot how to say his name. Zolo Maridueña. Okay. I won't remember that. I'm going to say Zolo from now on. Variant code, don't care. Eric says, I had a good time with Blue Beetle. Definitely feels like a cross between Spider-Man and Miss Marvel, where family and culture is front and center, which I personally love. Big fan of the suit and its powers offer endless inventive possibilities. Also, put George Lopez in all DC movies. Okay. BD says the hashtag Blue Beetle movie is mostly a blast. Some is too silly or childish for me. A lot had me laughing loud. George Lopez. Practical suit rocks. The Latino representation is awesome. Enjoyed the family-centric stakes, solid action beats. Overall, it's fun. I'm going to tell you another thing that I notice whenever these early reactions come out. 90% of them sound the fucking same. It's like one dude wrote up a press release and he handed it to all these schmoes to read off. It was the same with The Little Mermaid. Halle Bailey is Ariel. I can't believe they haven't said that yet. I can't believe we haven't heard so-and-so is Blue Beetle. It appears that the playbook on this, though, is about family. It's about Latino family representation. I guarantee we see this like 10 more times on this list. Blue Beetle. Oh, this is everything _ DCU. Seems like a credible source for what I look for in a movie critic. Blue Beetle is DC's top-notch entry into world of DC. He forgot a heartfelt origin story that takes you back to Iron Man era with action sequences straight from anime world. Zolo. Oh shit, I forgot how to say it again. Let me see it. Let me do it again. Zolo Maridueña. Okay, thank you. Zolo Maridueña. Zolo Maridueña is... Oh, he did it! Zolo Maridueña is Jamie Reyes, delivering an outstanding performance. You don't want to miss this one. Rating 10 out of fucking 10. Oh my God. Oh no. Sholo. Someone's trying to correct me. Sholo. It's not a DCU movie. No, it's a DCEU movie that they're like kind of pretending is part of the DCU. Sholo. Okay, so the translator's wrong? How dare Google get this wrong? Wait, which part am I getting wrong? Oh, so instead of Zolo, it's Sholo. Okay, well, I'll try to keep that in mind. Sholo, Sholo Maridueña. I'm probably saying that one. We're just gonna say Sholo. All right. I'm riding Sholo. Sholo. I'm feeling like a beetle. Can't stop my shine. Okay, Sholo reacts. All right. Here we go. Blue Beetle delivers what I expected, a good origin story with a premise that puts the family at the center of the scene. It's a superhero movie that is fun, entertaining, and brings a bit of originality to the genre. Sholo. Okay, we're back to that. Fan art. What do we got? Oh, here we go. Atom. Superhero magic. It's so creative, hilarious, and emotional. A fun coming of age adventure with cool cameos and insane action that'll bust your blue balls. Not just another comic book film, it's one of the best DC movies ever. A fitting end, setting up what's next. I feel like the blue balls thing was something I would say completely inappropriate. Okay, this person's just loving himself. Anything else in here? Here we go. Blue Beetle stands out from previous DC entries, and it's mostly due to the Latin flavor. Let's be real. It's funny, emotional, and the action scenes with Blue Beetle are amazing. The cast is beautiful, but not going to say the name. Shine, can't wait to see more. You will not see more because this movie's going to bomb. Okay, Dave Lee. Really can't stress how intimate Blue Beetle is. Huge focus on family, friends, and culture. It's legit, unlike any live action comic book movie we've had for a long, long time. A rose in a current field of thorns. Let's just look at Dave Lee's pro. I just want to see what this guy's all about. 130,000 subs on YouTube, certified Rotten Tomatoes critic, of course. Who would expect less? There it is. There's the silver play button. Oh, he's got another thing. Guess I can talk about Blue Beetle now. Saw it a few weeks ago, and it's been genuinely difficult not holding my tongue. What? Saw it a few weeks ago, and it's been genuinely difficult not holding my tongue. I think he meant holding my tongue. Not holding my tongue would mean I'm talking about the movie. A breath of fresh air, not just for DC, but comic book movies, period. Small, intimate, story and character driven. Surprisingly, a very good movie. Is it a surprise, Dave? Let's see. Oh, he corrected himself. What do we got here? 5 hours ago. Had a blast. Oh, had the absolutely wonderful pleasure of speaking with Blue Beetle's director a few weeks ago. There it is. There it is. It's all Blue Beetle all the time here, folks. Oh, and then we just have some random TMNT Snoopy bullshit. Okay. Wow. That's fantastic. James Gunn's wanting you to, oh my God, he's everywhere. We'll do a couple more. Blue Beetle is here, and Latinos finally have a superhero of their own reflected on the big screen. The film is so incredibly good, so unique, and delivers on all fronts, giving the superhero game much needed. I don't know what that word is. The film's Tangerine Dream inspired synthwave score also rocks. So there's just nothing, there is not a single thing to criticize this film about if you haven't noticed. It's just 100% across the board for these guys. Absolutely remarkable that people fall for this shit. I don't actually, you know what? I take that back. I don't think people fall for this shit. I think they just like hearing positive things full stop all the time. And that's great. That's good. I'd rather live in the real world, though, where there are some like interesting conversations to be had. And it's not, oh my God, this movie's so good. It's so great. Everything's great. I love all of it. Keep making all this garbage over and over again so I can consume it. Blue Beetle is a massive win for DC and an electric introduction to the first hero of the DCU. I don't believe he's the first hero of the DCU at all. Superman is going to be the first superhero of the DCU. Blue Beetle, what else do you say? Solo is charismatic star, making performance confidently, anchors this intimate synthwave journey of family, heritage, and purpose. A fresh and endearing spin on the origin story. All right, I'm hearing a ton of freshes. I'm hearing a lot of synthwave, and I'm hearing a lot of family. Blue Beetle is a fun ride from start to finish, centered around family. Soto directed an awesome origin story movie with a hyper charismatic performance by Sholo. I'm excited for people to see this. Yeah, okay. Stephen Weintraub, this guy works for Collider. I think he's like the editor of Collider. Happy to report Blue Beetle was much better than I expected. He's added his own flavor to the superhero genre by having the film focus on tight-knit family and Latino culture. It's fun, extremely funny, and he got away with a few jokes that floored me. All right. Well, there you have it. Everybody loves this film. It's might be the best movie ever made as far as comic book films are concerned. I hope you guys are excited for it. I know this really won me over. Now I'm a big Blue Beetle fan. Jesus. Unreal. Forgot to bring up the banner. Got to bring up this little counter at the bottom, let you remind people of things. Let's go to the next story. This one's just sad. This is the gift that keeps on giving, really. Wonder Woman 3 reportedly not in development at DC despite Gal Gadot's recent comments. 6 months ago, I did a short skit where I had a phone on the table and then I kept changing the years that went by. And I pretended it was Henry Cavill's phone and different people kept calling it and leaving voicemails. So it was like, remember voicemails? So it was like, hey, Henry, great news. We got Man of Steel 2 on the way. Get ready to put the suit on. And then it would like jump 3 years later. And then Zack Snyder says, hey, man, unfortunately, WB is going a different direction. Looks like it's not happening. And then another year goes by and he's like, Warner Brothers decided to release the Snyder Cut. Get your black suit out. You're coming in. And anyway, it kept going. The joke is that he was just getting dinked around. Gal Gadot is the same exact way, although I think hers is more self-inflicted wounds because now there's reports that she didn't even have a conversation with James Gunn about possibly being in Wonder Woman 3. But let's get to that at the end. Here's how let's see how this plays out. The news of Wonder Woman 3 happening at DC Studios is contradicted, as new reports are refuting Gal Gadot's recent comments on the sequel. Despite the massive reboot that is on the way from DC Studios, Gadot took the world by storm recently when she revealed that WW3 was in the works, even after Patty Jenkins, the director of Wonder Woman 1 and 2, departed. This also caused a lot of confusion as to departed as in left the project. She didn't die. Patty Jenkins is alive. Should clarify that. This also caused a lot of confusion as to what is and isn't being kept from the DCEU as DC Studios transitions into the DCU. Are we having fun yet? Are we having fun with this comic book crap? It appears that Gadot may have jumped the gun. Should have done double N for James Gunn. When it comes to Wonder Woman 3 being in development, according to new reports from Collider and Variety, DC Studios is not actively working on Wonder Woman 3 in any capacity. As of publication, James Gunn has not made any comments of. So now I believe James Gunn has commented. He said, yeah, we never had a meeting at all about this film. While it is unclear why Gadot spoke about Wonder Woman 3 as if it was actually happening, this latest development still begs the question if a third movie could happen down the line. No. It won't. So the rest of this, again, this is Screen Rant. So they're going to just populate this page with as much bullshit as they can. I think that's pretty much it for that. Thanks, Screen Rant. Always a pleasure. My hot take, and I think it's one that's shared by pretty much everyone, is they need to just pull the plug on all this crap and start over. Blue Beetle's not the first superhero in the DCU. It's one of the last dying heroes in the DCEU. Aquaman 2 will be the final nail in that coffin, and then we will move to whatever James Gunn has planned out. It's starting with Superman Legacy or whatever that's called. And then there's going to be like a Swamp Thing movie or a show. He's got a whole lot of crap going on. I'm not sure how I feel about the whole, you got to watch the movies, you got to watch the shows, you have to read comics, you got to play video games. It's all connected. It's fine if it's connected, but separate. For instance, The Marvels is coming out soon, and I believe I read you need to have watched 4 or 5 different pieces of material to know everything going on in that movie, because one of the characters is from WandaVision. She's introduced there. She gets her powers there. Another one of the characters was introduced in Miss Marvel. You had to watch that show. Then you have Brie Larson from Captain Marvel. Fine. This is, I guess, a sequel to that, kind of. But then there's stuff carried over from Avengers. And apparently there's stuff carried over from Secret Invasion, which I think 5 people watched. It's bad. And I don't want that to be the new DCU going forward. I don't want to have to read a graphic novel and play one of the video games and do all this crap just to know, oh, that's where that dude's from, that Superman's fighting, and he's the major threat in this film. Hard pass. That was already challenging enough with the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie, which I really liked. My wife really liked it too, but she was a little confused by some things because although she's seen all the Guardians movies, she was a little confused why Gamora was alive again. She kind of remembered her dying in Endgame, but it's just too much to process and remember. And it's unfortunate because I think James Gunn, if he had his way with that, would have preferred to carry these characters' stories the way he wanted to and not be, kind of like derailed when they killed Gamora off without his knowledge at first. And Star-Lord almost being responsible for everyone dying, because he lost his temper. Not a good look, if you ask me. Okay, next story. So yeah, Wonder Woman 3, it's not happening. It was probably never happening, and I don't know what Gal Gadot's on. But speaking of, I saw her new movie on Netflix that these movies just come out. They just come out overnight. I watched it. It's called, it's a pun, Heart of Stone. Because her name is Stone in the movie, but she also goes by the alias Heart. It's very, very clever, very cheeky. The movie sucks. I'll have a review on it tomorrow. I also have a review coming out tomorrow for The Last Voyage of the whatever the name of that ship is, that Dracula movie. I already forgot the name of the ship. I like that one. That one's good. I already put out a short Leaving the Theater review. I said you should check it out if you have the time. Don't watch Stone and Blood and Honey and whatever. Don't watch that crap. All right, let's go to the next piece of news. This one just came in. Completely speculatory, probably not true. So let's, of course, talk about it because that's what you do on the internet. Florence Pugh wanted for Disney's live-action Tangled remake. Yeah! Tangled live action. Imagine. Oh my God, we're having fun. We have a Moana live action remake. We got a Lilo and Stitch live action remake on the way. I cannot believe we haven't heard about Frozen yet. You better believe that's coming. They'll probably do a Frozen 3 and a live action around the same time because screw everyone. Okay, Florence Pugh, the hotness right now in Hollywood. The rumor mill is churning. And out from it comes a new report that Oppenheimer's Florence Pugh might star in Disney's live-action Tangled movie. Released in movie theaters in 2010, Tangled is Disney's take on the classic fairy tale. Okay, all right. Where's the actual news? According to movie scooper Daniel Richtman, per Geek Vibe Nation, a live-action remake is moving forward at Disney with Florence Pugh wanted to take on the role of Rapunzel. The claim hasn't been verified by Disney, but it's already making waves on social media, with the rumor rapidly spreading online. That's awesome. So that's like their way of saying there's some credibility here because other outlets like we are saying that there's credibility here. I just I've been watching the old South Park with my wife and daughter, and we just got to an episode where what was it? The Jubacabra, I think was the episode. No, it wasn't that one. It was the Thanksgiving where the pilgrims were fighting aliens they found out in Discovery Channel, and the boys were pissed because they're like, what? Where did this information come from? They're just making stuff up. So Kyle does a report on this whole Thanksgiving shenanigans, and the government finds out that he did the report. They pull him in for questioning, and they start drilling, and they're like, how did you know about the aliens? And Kyle's like, I saw it on the freaking Discovery Channel. They're like, yeah, we know, because we're the ones that put out that information to Discovery. We leaked that to them. And Kyle's like, okay. And they're like, the question is, how do you know about it? And they just keep grilling him, and they're going in circles, and it just keeps snowballing. That's what the internet is with these bullshit gossip articles. And I'm just adding to it now. I'm just feeding the fire. I'm fueling it. Yeah, this is probably bullshit. Florence Pugh, maybe Rapunzel. I don't know how old Florence Pugh is. Florence Pugh age 27. She's still a kind of a spring chicken, but I think Rapunzel's like 15 or 16. They might even want to skew a little younger for the character, or better yet, not make it. I don't like these live action remakes. They're trash. Best case scenario is they're mediocre at best. All right, that's it for the news. Again, if there's any other movie news you want me to comment on, throw a super chat out there with the question. I will answer it. Oh, Master Sergeant's got to leave. Later, sir. Thank you for joining and watching while you could. Let's get to these Meg. These Meg comments are hilarious. This is some funny stuff. All right, let me share the screen. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, first, here's my review of this. Very immediate, very tame, out of theater reaction. If you thought 3 megalodons would be 3 times the fun, you'd be wrong. I'd rather be eaten by a shark than have to sit through this film again. It was not good. It was, for some reason, almost 2 hours long. A chore to sit through. The effects were cartoonish, which would be fine if it was having fun, but it's not that fun. It's another one of those films that thinks it has to overcomplicate the plot. Just give me megalodons eating people. It's not that deep. I'll have a full review of this fish crap on my channel, so please subscribe. Can you tell I was tired? My cadence was kind of frail. I was going on very little sleep. Not a great review. It's just an out of theater reaction. I don't even consider those reviews, but whatever. So the comments, there's 141 of them. This is on TikTok. And I think this video has 65,000 views on TikTok, which is just depressing because most of the time when I put out something decent, it gets a couple hundred views. And then I put out something like this and there's a whole bunch. And I guess TikTok didn't understand my target audience because it appears that they pushed this out to a bunch of 7-year-olds. Let's dive into the comments. It was so good. It was so good. I loved it. What you on about? No, it was amazing. It was good. What do you mean? It's so good and intense. This person agrees. My family found the first 20 minutes interesting, the last 15 okay, but you could take a nap or fix dinner in between. Sound of Freedom was better. Okay. It was good. Nah, it was good. It was good and funny. What? It was sick. Oh, there we go. Let's see what the replies are. How are you going to have a shark movie with barely any shark eating people? It was more so on the character development. I thought it was really good stuff. Character development? What? See, that's a problem. They cared more about character development in a shark movie. I'm sure there's going to be more movies, though, so it makes sense. There won't be another movie if this one bombs. This one isn't even bombing. It's doing just fine in the box office. FR. For real. These are dumb people. I hope they are 8 or 9. And even if they are 8 or 9, I feel so sad for what the fuck has happened to all of us. How depressing. How dare you say that? It was so good. Bro, best movie in a long time. It was good. It was good, bro. Nah, it was good. It was good, bro. I watched it today and it was good. What the hell do you mean? It was so good. I liked it. It was goated. It was good. Bro, it was so good. What? It's too good. Do they not have any other dialogue? It's good. It's good. It's good. Read the other comments and just like someone else's comment. You don't have to say the same thing. This film is so good. It's really good, bro. Bro, it's so good. Bro, it was so good. It was good, dude. It was good. I loved it. Agree. It was the best. Shut the fuck up. It's so bad. Oh, we gotta. It's so bad. Is there anything more to this than just? Oh, here we go. Just another critic that's trash. Ha ha ha! The movie was sick. Your content sucks. Thanks, Derek. What's Derek done? Let's look at Derek's profile. Derek has 1,000 followers. Let's see what his content looks like. Let's share this tab instead. See what my boy Derek does. Okay. Yeah, hard to argue with that. Hard to compete with that, as a matter of fact. Let's go back to this one. Shut up, bro. That movie was fucking gas. I don't know what that means. Gas fire? Okay. It really wasn't bad. Don't listen to this guy. It was good AF. I've been using the abbreviated words as fuck. Bro, shush heads keep. Oh my God. Bianca, what is wrong with you? Bro, shush heads up. Keep this to yourself unless you wanted to get hate. Actually, you're wrong. It was so good, and don't hate because it took a while to make this movie. God, what's wrong with people? It took a while to make this movie. Every movie takes a while. Hey, you know what? This movie took a while to make. So just slow your roll, dude. Oh my God, I love it. It was awesome. What the fuck do you mean? Best movie. Shut up. Ha ha ha, bro. There is something wrong with you. It was terrible. Me and my dad came out laughing so hard because it was so bad. Hey, Peachy, notice though, no, she formed a sentence. I loved it. Think you're overcomplicating the fact it's about Meg. So yeah, it's going to just be about them. But Amelia, Taylor's version, I assume that's a Taylor Swift reference. The person up said it's not about Megs, it's about the people and the brilliant character development. Like when Jason Statham jumps on a jet ski with some pole bombs and throws them into the mouths of the Megs. That was really his character arc coming to a close. When we started with Jason's character, who I don't know the name of, we'll just say Jason, he was in one of those big storage shipping containers out in the middle of the ocean. And he blew through the side of one. He beat up some guys, and then he got saved by jumping into a plane and flying back to his base. So really, we get to see this character grow from a badass, take no prisoners, against all odds, take everything head on type of character to a badass, no holds bars, take no prisoners, go head on against all odds sort of situation. Really, the culmination of 2 films now coming to a close. Ain't no one's gonna like or sub with you hating on that masterpiece. There's no way that's real. Blocked. He's the only person I've seen who hates the film. Okay, well, that's just unfair. Let's see what this is at on Rotten Tomatoes. The Meg, it's just called Meg 2. I would say it's just Meg. They shortened it even more. Meg 2, Rotten Tomatoes. Well, it's at 28% on the tomato meter and only a 72% audience score. So, yeah, some people don't like it, dipshit. Womp womp. Someone hates campy things. Oh, God. It was so good. You suck. Everybody unfollow him. Listen to Jacoby 12345 immediately. Oh, this is great. Are you mad you didn't get put into the movie? Unmasked. They figured it out. I've been secretly trying to get a gig on Meg 2 for months now. As you know, movies take a while to make. I was trying to get in there, trying to be part of the film, and I did not get a call back. So yeah, I don't like it because of that. Well done. Bro, this movie was so good having 3 megalodons and so far down and above and freaking what? Bro, this movie was so good having 3 megalodons and so far down and above and a freaking kraken. It was so action packed. How do you say it's bad? That was the worst sentence I've ever heard in my life. The worst sentence I've ever read in my fucking life. Also, there's not a kraken in the movie. There is a giant squid who's in it for maybe 4 minutes. No, he's in it for maybe 45 seconds. It was so good, bro. The fuck? Bro, I loved it. But that one guy, I can't remember his name, fucking avoided death 7 times. I was counting, lost so much money betting on him dying every... Can't spell, can't write. Bro hating on Meg. He just mad that you can't do anything like that movie. Bro hating on Meg. He just mad that you can't do anything like that. The movie was good. A period. Throw me one period. One time. Capitalize the letter one time. Just help me help you understand the logic. Bro, what do you mean? It's good. It was funny. D1 hater. What? D1 hater? Is that slang for one hater? Slang for the one hater? Someone in the chat understand stupid? Can they explain to me what D1 hater means? Folks, somebody, we'll come back to it. If anybody knows, please Google it or something. Wait, I can Google it. I can Google it. D1 hater. A person who hates on everything someone says. Dave and Faye is a D1 hater for clowning on Evan. Oh, okay. That was like the example. Okay. Well, I guess I'm a D1 hater. I might have to start incorporating that into my dialect, to my dialogue. I should have watched Barbie. Okay. Or maybe you're just a hater. Excuse me. That movie was good as hell. I don't care. You took the time to fucking comment, dumbass. Most of the movie wasn't even. I screwed up and went past. Jason, oh my god, get me back. The hero's in a. Get me back where I was.
Just leaving the Meg 2. If you thought 3 megalodons would be 3 times the fun, you'd be wrong. I'd rather be eaten by a.
Of fucking course that those types of people who complain about everything, like, stop overthinking about the scenes and think how cool the movie is, the story. What the fuck? What? Oh no. Of fucking course, there's those types of people who complain about everything, like stop overthinking about the scenes and think how cool the movie is, the story. Well said. Perfectly stated. Bro hating on a decent but fun as fuck movie. I loved it. I loved it. I laughed. It was a dumb, fun shark movie. Seems like you did take it too seriously. Okay. Bro, a giant octopus fight a Meg. So what do you mean it's bad? You're dead? You're dead, I think is what they meant. There's a bunch of knives and a fist. Is this a fist? He's going to fist me and then kill me. Hope he takes me out to dinner first. Nobody subscribing to Bro Dead. It was good. It was goated. Blood's on crack. Blood's what the fuck? Nah, for real. Blood's on crack. Nah, for real. What's Bro waffling about? What's YM? You know, I thought YM, you don't know what fun movies are. ONG? This person's an idiot. Bro, why is hating? I'm reading this verbatim. Exactly. All I wanted was a shark, but instead got boring random subplots. Okay. I don't like it, to be honest. There was not Meg, but I can't say anything because I left because it was so bad. Freaking help us. Somebody help us. Does this movie have flashing lights? No. Thank you. No problem. Do they mean strobing? What do you mean flashing lights? Does this movie have Kanye West flashing lights in it? If you don't like it, then don't watch it. But what comes first? The chicken or the egg? Like, how am I supposed to know I don't like it unless I watch it? Genius. Hey, you gonna go see the movie coming out next month? Nah, I don't like it. Oh, have you seen it? No, I just don't like it. I don't care. I don't like it. Shut up. Damn. Bro, you're wrong. The movie was better than Meg 1. Like, dude, what do you mean? This guy's actually triggered. Like, bro, dude, what do you mean? What are you talking about, dude? You are so wrong. What movie did you direct? Would love to see it if it's better than Meg 2. I didn't watch Meg 2 yet, but I'll take your word for it. What the hell? That's a roller coaster of a conversation. I don't even know if this person's legit serious or if this is the most sarcasm I've ever read. Very good, Jack, the Giant Slayer. Jackass. More appropriate. Okay, well, that's my those are my TikTok comments. Fun fact, I have not read those until now. That was the first time. Anytime I bring up TikTok, it's just to see if anything is happening on there with my videos. Usually there's not. But this one I kept, whenever I'd fire up TikTok, a little icon would say you have a bunch of new comments and stuff and new followers. And I'm like, what is this from? Oh, Meg 2. Yay. Great. And then I just saw a bunch of hate coming in. And I thought that would be fun to read off. Because it's been a while since The Sound of Freedom really sparked my interest. Bro. I guess bro's still the thing they're saying. I remember last summer my kids were saying bro constantly. That was fun. They haven't done that anymore. I'm sure it's going to kick back in real soon. All right, only 2 super chats so far, folks. I hope you're patrons. It's a $1 a month thing. I hope you're a YouTube join member or throw out a super chat and ask me a question right now because I deliver gold each and every week. We got to have more than 2 super chats. That's just depressing. It's a Friday night. We're loose. We're limber. And I just got absolutely eviscerated on TikTok by people correcting me and saying, bro, it's good. Dude, bro. Okay. King Cold, $5 super chat. Thank you, King Cold. I believe wholeheartedly James Gunn lied to Gal. The trend is DC treating their actors like trash. Look at what they did to Cyborg. Maybe. By DC, you mean Warner Brothers, the Warner Brothers heads? That's very possible that they lied to him, but I don't think James Gunn is, like, he's not a corporate, bigwig. He just became that when he took on the DCU project. I don't know James Gunn personally. I'm not going to speculate that there was this phony meeting and he's like, yep, you're going to be in Wonder Woman 3, I promise, and then pull the rug out from under her. That said, that doesn't mean Gal Gadot's lying either. There very well could have been just miscommunication. She could have misunderstood, or maybe there was a promise down the road. I could very well see James Gunn. So he called the DCEU Other Worlds. That's the Zack Snyder stuff and then beyond. So everything Richard prior to what James Gunn's doing, I believe is called Other Worlds or Else Worlds or something worlds, meaning it's still technically part of what this new stuff is, but it's just over there. And I think the reason they did this is in case The Flash was a massive hit, like he apparently thought it was going to be. I remember James Gunn saying this is going to be huge. People are going to love it. It's an amazing movie. I liked it. Nobody went and saw it. It made very little. It bombed terribly. But I think he was kind of hedging his bets by doing this and saying, yep, we could very well pull The Flash in with the DCU somehow. We could make reference to it. We could keep going with the Snyder type stuff in tandem with what I'm building. Blue Beetle was also coming out and Aquaman 2. So I think it was really just, all right, if these perform, we maybe have a road ahead of us still that's going to work out. And that's maybe what was addressed to Gal Gadot with the Wonder Woman stuff, or she made it up, or he's lying. Anything's possible, but it doesn't sound like Wonder Woman 3 is the big takeaway. And I think it's for the best. Wonder Woman 1 is solid. I don't know anybody that likes Wonder Woman 84. Full stop. I don't know a single person who likes that movie. It's really bad. Thank you, King Cold. Jan Rose, $5 super chat. How about Barbie hitting 1 billion at the box office and a breaking record? Can't wait to see it. I've heard amazing things everywhere. Yeah, that is. I don't think a single person in the real world thought that Barbie was going to hit $1 billion. Some people speculated it was going to do very well. I definitely got a lot of flack when I said it was going to underperform because I saw it at $100 million price tag to make, which means it had to generate around $250 million to even break even, probably more. The marketing on Barbie has been nuts. So probably needed to make around $300 million to break even, but it clearly blew way past that. I like the movie. I ended up giving it a fresh review on Rotten Tomatoes after giving it a rotten review and then going back and then going back. And then, I mean, I changed it several times. It's the only time I've done that because Barbie's so here's the pros. It looks really nice. I like a lot of the practical effects they used. I love the set designs, love the costumes. Margot Robbie's fantastic in it. Baby Goose is fantastic. The supporting characters are great. The comedy's solid. There's amazing dance numbers. There are a lot of good messages in the film. And then the negative. There's a lot of good messages in the film that hit you over the head constantly. It's too long. Need to be about 20 minutes shorter at least. There's some really lame stuff with Will Ferrell's character that doesn't need to be in it. It's basically the entire plot of the Lego movie, repurposed, repackaged. And I just honestly thought the pacing was pretty poor. That said, the pros outweigh the cons. Not a perfect movie. Certainly not bad, though. And it very much is a cultural phenomenon right now. So yeah, Barbie, the way I set on Fresh eventually was it stayed with me afterwards. I kept thinking about the movie and I knew I would rewatch it again with my family eventually. And so if I'm willing to sit and watch a movie again, then clearly it's doing its job from an entertainment standpoint. As far as it making $1 billion, that's insane. But also the marketing was freaking brilliant on this film. It really was. And it is Barbie. Obviously, Mario made a ridiculous amount because that hits every sort of demographic you can think of. Barbie has been around for a long time, and that hits a lot of demos too. So maybe I should have been thinking a little bit more, responsibly about my predictions. But yeah, I think it's great. I guess it's not. I guess it's great because it's technically a new property. It's not a sequel or a remake or a reboot. It is a brand new thing. Of course, it's based on a toy line, but still, it's at least unique and different, and it has a voice of its own, and that's great. All right, Master Sergeant with a $10 super chat coming in. Clutch. Bro, back for a minute. I caught you a delicious bass earlier, but I ate it. Here's a 10 bill instead. Bro. Master Sergeant's he's ready to go back to school. Keep up with the kids. Dude, bro, did you see Meg 2? It was awesome. No, not awesome. Did you see Meg 2? It was good. It was good. Yeah, bro, it was good. They don't know another word for good. King Cole back. $5 super chat again. Woman 84. Story-wise and script-wise is horrible. For me personally, Gal, Pascal, and the blonde actually carry the film. For that, it's just okay. The blonde? I think you mean Kristen Wiig. Kristen Wiig is great. She's just been in some really bad movies. She was in Ghostbusters 2016, and then she moves on to freaking Wonder Woman 84. Has she been in anything since? Nothing major, I know. she was in Bridesmaids. That was kind of the first one that really catapulted her into the movie spotlight as a like a main protagonist that could hold a film together. She's a good straight man, although I think she's better as a comedic kind of quirky weirdo. She played a lot of that in Saturday Night Live, and she was great in Saturday Night Live. Not so much in the movies. I did think she was good in Wonder Woman 84, and Pedro Pascal was good too, but frick. I don't know. Gal Gadot, I've given her a lot of passes because she's pretty, but she's pretty awful when it comes to acting. The new movie I just watched her in today on Netflix was miserable. Like, her performance was embarrassing for someone that's been in the spotlight for quite a while now. I don't get it. I really don't. Jan Rose, back again. $5. Thank you. Just finished watching The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, and it's absolutely hilarious. Love the chemistry between Cage and Pascal. Yeah, I watched that. I reviewed it. I did like it. I didn't love it, but it was fun. It was a fun time. That's the one where Nicolas Cage is essentially playing himself, but he also gets to play different versions of himself because he kind of sees his past character, and Pedro Pascal is like his number one fanboy, brings him out to his island. Chaos ensues, hijinks, things go awry. It's a fun little time, very self-aware. Could have been even more self-aware if you ask me. They could have gone full Cage. Instead, it felt like they went 65% Cage. They needed to uncage him, really. Oh, okay. Well, thank you guys for the super chats. I will stick around for just a few more minutes in case any last second ones come in. Up on the horizon, though, one last time. Tomorrow, I have 2 reviews coming out for the last voyage of the Demaskira. I don't remember what it's called even. It's the vampire one. I did like it, though. Terrible title, but I like the movie. Also, the Blood and Stone Gal Gadot film. Miserable. That's coming out. 2 reviews coming out tomorrow for the price of fun. I will have the podcast on Monday, as always. I'm planning on actually shooting a whole bunch of stuff this weekend, really getting things batched up and populated. We got a movie roast coming out. I want to get a couple movie roasts in the Dennis Hopper for the next coming weeks, so that things just keep running smoothly as they have been. I think things on the channel have been going in a pretty solid direction. Seeing a lot of growth lately, seeing a lot of great support. Would love to see the Patreon numbers go up, though. 85, again, 85. Come on. That's just sad. We can get to 100, right? We can at least get to 100. Or you can become a YouTube member via the join button. Either way, I appreciate the support. Thank you, guys. It's 11:30. We went almost an hour. That's fine. Sometimes it doesn't have to go that crazy. And yeah, look for those videos tomorrow. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you very soon. Take care.